It's week 3 of the NFL. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
I'm not flying.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go play action with Lawrence. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball is tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. He's got it at the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And some room to work. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Prescott from the gun. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Trevor Lawrence and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence back to Gibson and another catch for him. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, Lawrence. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And to throw again is Lawrence. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Lawrence. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. A first down carry by Elliott. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Hey, sit. Hey, Delta. Hey, orbit.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Hey, Charlie, go.
Now Lawrence. And he'll find Gibson here complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to before heading to the locker room. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Come on, set. Hey, Alpha.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's got it to Gibson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Again, it's Lawrence. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches, really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. From the shotgun, Lawrence. A quick throw, knocked away. Incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way in this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence
Flush to his right.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hey, box up, box up. Bravo. Hey, keep it.
4th down, here's Lawrence. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott off play action. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, Charlie, go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But to throw again is Lawrence. And yet again it's McLaurin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Gibson here running out of the gun. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
But it's certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here, right now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Lawrence to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gesicki. And he's got room. And out across midfield down to the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Dak. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence. Dotson, he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. Lawrence. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, orbit. Hey, Jack.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that
One
up?
of the most improbable ways to finish a game.